Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Canning with R5. But today we are going to be doing some hot mustard, basically jalapeno mustard. Kind of because I have a lot of jalapenos, kind of because it's something new to try. So let's dive in. First things first, you need to put all your wet ingredients essentially into the pan, or the pot. So you need 1.5 cups of water, 1.5 cups of plain white vinegar. Make sure it has the 5% acidity, but 1.5 cups. 1/4 of a cup of salt. I use the canning and pickling salt. You could use kosher salt. Don't use iodine salt if you're canning. You never want to use iodine salt for canning. Now this makes quite a bit, guys. This makes 10 half pints of this. So you're going to have a good abundance. I guess you could cut this in half. That's what I should have done, but I didn't. So we're already into this now. And then we need our peppers. It calls for 4 cups. I think I'm going to cut that down to more like 1.5 cups. Because I am leaving all the seeds in. It says take seeds out. And add up to taste. But since I'm leaving all the seeds in, I think I'm just going to do 1.5 instead of 4 cups. And it is just diced up, chopped up in the chopper. Jalapenos. You could probably change it up to habaneros or serranos, or even just a sweeter pepper. I'm just doing jalapenos. Now you're going to put this over medium heat and simmer for 8 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and get that over the medium heat, let it start heating up. I'm also going to get the jars while that's going and put them into the canner and start sterilizing the jars. Again, it's 10 half pints, so if you're doing pints, it would be 5 half pints. You would use 10 of them. So I'm going to get those going, get them ready, so that way we can move along. So while you are simmering that for the 8 minutes, you're going to do the dry ingredients, which involves 4 cups of sugar. I did tell you before that there's a lot of sugar involved in canning. Something I need to get more of. I'm getting kind of low myself. One cup of flour. A 1 tablespoon of ground tarmac. And 1 tablespoon of the ground mustard. And then mix that together, and then you're going to add 16 ounces of yellow mustard from your fridge. Mix that all in. And then you're fine. Now you add your powder into your mixture and simmer that for like another 5 minutes. Just stirring regularly so it thickens. Let's see how this looks as it goes. It's very thick right now. I can't wait. I hope it turns out. Now I apologize, guys. The camera died and I didn't have a battery handy. So I couldn't film the next step, but the next step was to fill the jars up to a 1/2 inch of headspace. Wipe your rims to make sure that they're clean. Put your clean lid on and finger tight the band. Then it's going to be a water bath for 15 minutes. Once 15 minutes was up, you let it sit for 5 minutes to cool down with the heat off. While water bathing, make sure your water is at a rolling boil, by the way. But then you let it turn off, or you turn it off and let it sit for 5 minutes. Once that 5 minutes is up, you take the jars out, put them on a towel to cool. Don't put them on the cold counter because you could crack your jars at that point. Next day, 24 hours later, you're going to take off your... I'm over here thinking, wow, that's really loose. You're going to take off your band. And you're going to check your seal. Make sure that this is not going to make any pinging noises. And make sure you can lift your jar by the lid. If you can lift your jar by the lid, it is sealed. It can be labeled and put on your shelf for 18 months. That's very simple. A simple canning thing. I don't know why I put that back on, but I did. Guys, continue canning. Stay safe. Stay sane. Be kind. You don't know what anyone is going through, and we'll catch you on the next one.